Good morning, everyone. I, Yashwant Arcot, and my co-host for this morning, K. Likita, are honored to invite our founder director, Professor D.N. Boragohain, our former director, Professor Gautam Borwa, founding faculty and Vice Chancellor of Tezpur University, Professor M.K. Chowdhury, Director of IITG, Professor Gautam Biswas, Deans, Associate Deans, faculty, students, and our vibrant alumni.
The famous Sanskrit saying goes, Padam hi sarvatra gunerni diyat, which means good qualities put their footprints everywhere. And no one will dispute the fact that here we have a gathering which is overloaded in this aspect.
On behalf of IITG and IITG AA, we welcome you all and promise you a wonderful and an engaging time ahead.
We formally start this event today by requesting the Dean of Alumni and External Relations, Professor Ravi Mukhashi Punekar, and Associate Dean, Professor Rakhi Chaturvedi, to please deliver the welcome address.
Thank you very much. Since our desire is to extend a gracious and inclusive welcome to one and all, to my all dear students, current students, the alumni, and the dignitaries. And I must consider this is a very fortunate occasion that we have the chance to interact with all the alumni. I mean, most of the alumni, a few of the alumni have joined. And this is a very unique gathering in a way, because this is also giving us a chance to interact with the three, our honored directors, former and the present, Professor D.N. Boragohain, Professor Gautam Borwa, Professor Gautam Biswas, and one of the very senior and esteemed faculty member who is also the Vice Chancellor of Tezpur University, Professor Mihir K. Chowdhury. I'm also consider this as a sangam of the three bodies, the alumni, the current students, and the administrators as well. So in fact, this is a good opportunity to get the tips, to move ahead, to make it a success. And it's just a beginning, but I hope that from the next consecutive years, we will grow, and then we have to get an opportunity to see more and more number of the alumni interacting and then coming over here. So now I will request Professor Mukhashi to extend the welcome.
Thank you very much, Rakhi. I just want to go back in time. It's a time for nostalgia, because I just want to recollect 2001 or year 1999, first batch of convocating students, 62 in number, passing out from the portals of our institute. Since then, it's been 22 years. We've had the 18th convocation completed. From the first batch of 62 to what you look at today, we've touched alumni strength of nearly 9,500 students. And that's a wonderful journey to look at, because we feel happy to know that our alumni today are spread across the globe. They're in different parts of the country. They are in different domains of services that they're offering, including so many of them who joined as faculty in various institutions. So I can imagine how corporate houses on one side, financial organizations on the other, educational institutions on the third. And it just feels very overwhelming to know that they are all out there. And our Office of the Alumni and External Relations has over this year been trying to attempt to warm them up, to say campus is still home for you, get back to the nest, feel one with us. We really would like you to continue and strengthen this bonding that has been established over these years. And it's really very heartwarming to know the kind of responses that we received when we got in touch with them. Interestingly, there are so many of them also in the city of Guwahati itself, so many of them on campus. And we feel very sort of warmed up to the idea that we could really fall back upon them to really build this association and build this relationship further. At this juncture, for us, it is a very crucial and critical time to build this connect between the institute and our alumnus, between the students who are currently studying to students who are already passed out. This bonding is extremely critical because it is associations which could lead to professional exchanges, which could lead to academic exchanges, which could lead to so many modes of interrelationships. And we need to strengthen this at this crossroad that we are in. Just in terms of numbers, till 2009, how our institution has actually built up. We had graduates of about 3,500. Between 2009 to 2016, it's touched 9,500. It also reflects how the institute has grown. And I feel extremely grateful to Professor Buragohain, Professor Gautam Barua, Professor Mir Chaudhary, and our director, because I think they have been the leaders who have envisioned the future of this campus, where it started off with on an empty barren land given by the state government to where it has reached today. It has been the vision of these founder members who have really seen us through to where we are today. And our alumnus, if they were to reflect back, we tried to capture a few of the moments in the slides that we could try to put together, trying to collect images of what has happened and how things have changed on the campus. And so that's just a brief reflection of between where we started off. Our first cricket matches, if I remember, Professor Buragohain joining us on the Republic Day event with students and having a match played in the pit next to the transit complex. From there to see the to a world-class swimming pool that we have on campus, one of the best infrastructure for sports facilities, the kind of excellence that we've gained in terms of academic heights. We are only on our upward journey, and we still have a long way to go. And to have our alumni join us today and be part of the celebration, I'm extremely happy to have Arun, Kshitij, Somen, Dinesh, and my faculty colleagues who have been such a big support to us. And of course, our students who should also have some reminiscence of these memories that I would request our founder members to share their experiences in this institution building exercise. So I welcome you all very warmly, and I think it's the right time because in just 3 years' time we're going to have the Silver Jubilee celebration. Our modest beginning now should peak as a major celebration of our alumni coming back to the campus 3 years from now. And this is our pick-up time, this is our build-up time where we would make our efforts to connect with our alumni. I extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you, sir and ma'am, for your words of wisdom and to give a great start to the event. ITGAA has been a primary force in binding the alumni of the institute, and on this occasion of IIT Guwahati Alumni Meet 2016, may I request President Mr. Kshitij Anand to please deliver the introductory address.
Thank you. Very good morning. I'd like to start by requesting our esteemed guest of honors for the day today to please come on the dais and take a seat. May I invite Professor Buragohain, Professor Barua, Professor Chaudhary, and Professor Biswas to please join us. Can we have a round of applause for them, please? And the Dean, sir, please. Thank you. You meet people who forget you. You forget people you meet. But sometimes you meet those people you can't forget. Those are your friends. There's no better place in the world to make good friends than your institute, than your college. A place where you spend a good amount of your time of your life in living life to the maximum. In the words of Infosys co-founder Srinarayan Murthy, he says, nobody is bothered about an institution more than its alumni. And I truly believe that it's important for us, the alumni community, to work together in institution building. And I'm really thankful today that with the efforts of the Alumni and External Relations Office and the SAIL body on campus, working together with IIT Guwahati Alumni Association, we are really working very closely to ensure that we can bring this journey of alumni engagement to a really strong level. I just want to give a quick background of what the Alumni Association does, because it's important for people. There are students here in the community, they will probably become alumni in a few years' time. Some may be in third year, some may in fourth year. I think there might be a couple of freshers as well. It's important for us to understand our responsibility as alumni in connecting back to the institute. So of course, we focus a lot and we spend a lot of time in trying to look at how the alumni can benefit, not just for themselves, but also for the community back on campus as well. So we do organize formal meetups in different cities of the country. We have a very active alumni base today in Bangalore, where most of our alumni are located. We have an active base in Hyderabad, in the Delhi NCR region, in the Pune and Mumbai region, and of course, as Dean Sir said, in the Guwahati and the Northeast region as well. And it's truly amazing to see, it's not just that, because we have a considerable amount of alumni in US, in London, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, and other parts of the world as well. And it's truly today that we can say that we have an alumni presence at a global level. And this is why these kind of efforts are important for us to ensure we engage back with the community and bring them working towards the betterment of the institute as well. So apart from the meetups, of course, I think for a lot of the alumni, it's important to also have, we do meet up for like informal get-togethers where we discuss on some subject matters. You must have seen some pictures from Alumni Meets that happen in different cities where we have day-long events, where we ensure that we have people from the institute representing as well as attending these events. We are really working together a lot to work and engage with the alumni for career development sessions, and also to develop a mentoring ecosystem, because we can proudly say today that a lot of alumni who have gone on to become successful entrepreneurs, they have formed companies, they are well talked about in the tech domain, also doing some really impactful development work for the country towards nation building. And these are some important milestones which need to celebrate. And events and get-togethers like these really ensure that it happens. And I'm really thankful for the Institute for hosting the first alumni meet here on campus. And as we have been discussing, we really want to make this an annual affair where we can always have at least one event happening on campus. It's also important to take the Alumni Connect to the next level. And how do we do that? One important way we've been trying to do that is to engage with a lot of the alumni from the other IITs as well. A lot of the esteemed panelists here themselves are alumni of other IITs. I know IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Kharagpur, and also IIT Guwahati. So for example, Ravi sir himself is alumni of IIT Guwahati by virtue of doing a PhD here. But it's important for us to engage with them because it allows us access to the kind of people who have been doing such amazing work in their lives. So our engagement with the pan-IIT community is really becoming stronger. We were trying to emphasize on how can the IIT Guwahati alumni also benefit by engaging with the other IIT alumni as well. Back on campus, with the help of the AER office and the SAIL team, I think it's important for us to understand how can the alumni community contribute back for the benefit of the students and the institute as well. And I think when SAIL team gives a presentation, we'll get to know more about it as to the efforts that they have been putting in. because we really truly feel that today student body has to have the confidence in reaching out to alumni for any kind of help that they really want. We're also looking at support for department level, because I think we have 11 departments on campus today. Every department can get support from the alumni, or you could get support for your hostels, or you could get support for the different clubs that are on campus as well. We have a very vibrant ecosystem of the student gymkhana today on campus, and we have been interacting with a few of the club secretaries and see how can really alumni engage and helping the club itself grow in its capacities. And of course, not to forget the help that the alumni provides with placements and other financial help in different capacities. So we at IITGA, as we said, we are really committed to ensure that the alumni engagement with the institutes just grows from strength to strength. And we are all here together, and we truly believe that with the AER support and the sales support, we can do really wonders for the institute and the community involved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening the students about IITGAA. SAIL team has been an active body for alumni student institute linkage. We now request a representative from SAIL team, Mr. Ashutosh Mittapalli, to introduce SAIL.
Good morning, respected director sir, professors, alumni and fellow students. So I'm here today to give you a brief overview of what SAIL is. So let me start off. So what exactly is SAIL? SAIL stands for the Student Alumni Interaction Linkage, and it is a voluntary body under the Alumni and External Relations Cell. We function as a link between the student community of IITG and the alumni of our campus. So, and the vision of SAIL is to develop a dynamic student alumni community. So we do that by establishing connections between students and alumni, strengthening ties between alumni, and facilitating the alumni's knowledge base and network for the betterment of the IITG community and the institute. So what does SAIL do? We have a list of events and activities which SAIL plans almost every year. So we have alumni talks, in which the event is designed to cater to needs of students and answer their queries about career options, placements, pursuing their interests, academics, research, etc. We have Alumx, which are the webinar series, where the aim of the webinars is to reach a very target audience, either live or on demand, quickly and very effectively. And we also have the All IIT Alumni Deans Meet, where we try to facilitate, as Kshitiz sir has mentioned, to facilitate a pan-IIT discussion between the alumni and student community of all the IITs, all the old IITs especially. So under this same agenda, we have started the Spark initiative, which stands for the Students Pan-IIT Alumni Relations Cell, which is a collaboration between IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Guwahati and IIT Madras as of now. And we are hoping to add the other IITs like Roorkee and Kanpur onto the board as well. And we also hold alumni meets. Okay, actually they're actually held by the IIT-GAA, and SAIL helps the IIT-GAA in conducting these alumni meets in major metros like Bangalore and Hyderabad and Pune, where there is a big concentration of alumni in these cities. And finally, we help host the graduation tea party under the guidance of the Alumni and External Relations Office, where there's the graduation tea party for the graduating students of every year. And these are the other events and a few pictures of that. So, and we've had a number of releases over the last couple of years. We have the database portal, we have the donation portal, we have the Facebook handle, and we also release the alumni newsletter. So finally, the main agenda of SAIL is that we are here to connect. We are here to connect students and alumni, and for the overall betterment of our institute. Thank you. And now I'd like to pass on the dais to Sumit Ranka and Yash Bail for the inauguration of the alumni portal.
Hi and good morning to everybody. So, I'm Sumit Ranka and he's my friend Yash Pele. The idea came up from one of our alumni, Ms. Pratna Majumdar, and under the guidance of Mukashi sir, Rakhi ma'am and Vanshai sir, this idea came into being, and it's a great opportunity that it was done by our own hands. After passing out from the college, what's the thing that captures the alumni the most when they look back into their memories? It's the life that they spent in our college, the life of hostel, the nights they spent in the departments doing their projects, activities, Manthan, Kriti, who won the Manthan, those all endless things. So when we got an opportunity to go over it, that was such a great idea. With all the features where you can search about your friends of your own batch, where you can know about what's happening inside the campus, outside the campus, know about the achievements. It is a platform where we don't only share the achievements of our own campus and the current students, but we get to spread the smiles that our alumni are going through. We coined the term plexus. Plexus literally means the network of nerves in the body. Plexus here comes as that important part of the brain. The brain here comes as the IIT Guwahati. These nerves that represents alumni, the faculties, the students, if we work and experience together, we can help each other in our growth. We can come together and work. So I present Yash Bele so that we can have a walkthrough and have a demo of the website.
take a more restart and check. We would. केबल को निकाल के और एक बार लगाओ.
setting the so I request Sumit, in the meantime you fix the problem. We'll continue with the program. The moment it is done, we'll in the next. You take your own time, relax, right? Yeah, yeah.
Before we move on to the next event, we would like to first honor and felicitate our founding members and director IITG.
May I therefore request Mr. Kshitiz Anand, President IITGAA, to come forward and felicitate Professor D.N. Borogohan, please.
May I now request Mr. Dinesh Lahoti to come forward and felicitate Professor Gautam Barua.
May I now request Siddhananda Sarma, sir, to come forward and felicitate Professor M.K. Chowdhury.
May I request Mr. Arun Jain to felicitate our director, Professor Gautam Biswas.
The Institute has provided all the necessary support in organizing this big event. It would not have been possible without the guidance of our director, Professor Gautam Biswas. May I now request our Honorable Director to address the gathering, please.
Respected Professor D.N. Borogohan, Professor Gautam Barua, Professor Mir Chaudhuri, Professor Ravi Mukashi Punekar, Professor Rakhi Chaturvedi, I can see Professor Anup Das, our Dr. Siddhananda, and all the faculty and staff members of IIT Guwahati, all the alumni, all the current students. I extend all of you a very, very warm welcome on behalf of IIT Guwahati and on my personal behalf. See, alumni agglomeration, always a pride possession of any institute. However, although this is not an occasion where I would instruct something or I would suggest something very strongly, but there are some observations, some ideas, some ethos which are to be discussed, because today alumni plays a very important role in advancement of any institute anywhere in the world. And each former student always take a mighty pride as an alum of his or her alma mater. See, alumni initiative requires to be very well organized, and the Alumni Association should be formally endorsed association of any institute. That way, why I am saying this, because any growing institute, alumni first initiative and how they start functioning, all these are in slightly in open space. It's a natural growth, but also there is a requirement to formalize it. For example, usually alumni association does not share the logo with the alma mater. Alma mater logo and alumni association logo both should be unique. As such, IIT Guwahati also, it is long overdue for us. Maybe, now I am responsible for this. Our logo has to be properly registered, and this should be copyright protected. Our registration part has been done. Copyright protection has not been done. It is under process. Thank you. So, similarly, alumni logo has to be designed, it is to be registered, and copyright has to be obtained. These are few formal requirements. Today it is needed absolutely. Secondly, that even our cyberspace, there are quite a few IIT alumni run sites, but there should be one recognized alumni site, like one recognized alumni association. See, alumni anywhere, see, for example, today we do not know, maybe Dar es Salaam, some 15 IIT Guwahati alumni, they are in a good position, they want to start something like a club, they are allowed to do that. They are also allowed to name in some form IIT Guwahati Students Association or something, but that should not be a formal alumni association. If they want endorsement of the formal alumni association, they have to make a connect to the formal IIT Guwahati Alumni Association. It should be endorsed that way, and then it will get a name that IIT Guwahati Alumni Association Dubai chapter, or IIT Guwahati Alumni Association Texas chapter. But this alumni association also supposed to have a set of norms and guiding principles which has to be endorsed by the alma mater. And this endorsement process is of course not through Senate, but this if institute sets up a committee, they can interact, and after that, like a bylaw, this can be endorsed by the board of the institute, so that few formal activities can be done in a seamless manner. Okay, I mean, I'm probably becoming very serious for this occasion. So these are, but, there is no harm in doing certain, formal things, even amidst entertainment and, social get-together. Now, if you look at the alumni website, general website of MIT, Stanford, Caltech, Imperial College, you will find that even on the first page, there is an icon. And that, if you press on that icon, you will get some description about Alumni Association and how to donate. Usually some phrases are used. Very popular phrase is how to give back to alma mater, right? How to, sort of enrich the alma mater. And today, perhaps all of you know that many of the activities done by MIT, done by Imperial College, done by Stanford, especially private universities, in US government universities like state universities are not so much dependent, but private universities like MIT, Stanford or Caltech, all these private universities, they are hugely dependent on alumni endowment. Now, from institute side also, quite a few things which are needed to be done. Maybe we have not done so formally so far. So we have to also rethink about alumni space for IIT administration or sort of good governance and make a room for alumni to intervene. Like alumni should be invited frequently to the institute to share the experience and act as a source of inspiration for the students. We should invite alumni for lectures, both formally and informally. These lectures can be conducted by student gymkhana, lectures can be convened by the departments on serious topics, sometimes even in creating a subspace in academia. Obviously, our Dean Alumni or this Alumni and External Relations, that office and Research and Development office, both of them can combine well to invite alumni interventions in research and consultancy space. And obviously all of us know that today's engineering education is sort of split, and it is having plethora of concepts how to really find a space in ranking. Now, one is obviously research. Cutting edge research will immediately draw attention, publication, patents, those are very obvious. But even academic training is one part. See, research is absolutely a niche corner. It is not expected that undergraduate students will contribute enormously in research paradigm. Research paradigm is crowded or expected to be populated by PhD students, MTech students, primarily PhD students. They are also alumni. So among alumni, a part that is formed out of PhD students, and they may interact more on the research paradigm. But another paradigm is obviously where market forces are acting, and market forces are very powerful, and this is basically job paradigm. Now, over past few years, even after this, as you know, today, basically whatever IIT does in terms of job creation, I mean, it will not hit the headline unless, we are adored and admired by companies like Merrill Lynch or, ABN AMRO or Deutsche Bank or Citibank, these organizations. It's very unfortunate, but this is reality. See, IIT is supposed to produce technology manpower pool, and countries' industry and technology development is supposed to get enriched. We are doing that duty, probably directly or indirectly IIT is contributing also there. But it is very unfortunate that the placement scenario is adjudicated by these companies. People always take a call, and you will find newspaper headline that, IIT Bombay has bagged 2 job offers in the range of 1.6 crore or in the range of 1.2 crores. This is a very pseudo meaningless competition, and IIT is not meant for that, but nothing doing, that is what is the reality, and that is what is the attraction of IIT education outside research paradigm. I am saying in the job paradigm. Now when we talk to this set of people who often, after, and as you know, they are all competing for first 10 days, from 1st of December to 10th of December, these companies, each one, wants to, come ahead of other. And whether it is Deloitte Touche or Merrill Lynch or, ABN AMRO, each one will curse the other and they will try to get 1st December. So, but as exit meeting, when I discuss with them, right, many of them are little concerned about 2 aspects. One is they expect our students to know, in addition to engineering, science, little bit about business space, right? Business economics, financial dynamics, how government performs, what are the government policy, fiscal policy, and company secretariat related rudimentary knowledge. So that probably prompts that somewhere